happy day. Today's the day I get to try a brand new chainsaw. So if you've seen some of my videos, you've seen me use this cordless Echo chainsaw in the past, and I've been starting to have quite a few issues. Mainly the tensioner here is shot, it's stripped, the gears in it are stripped, and the chainsaw hasn't really been working well in the last little while as well. You'll hear what's happening here when I run this. Watch the sprocket go. So I got this held in, and the speed on it goes up and down, and then it just cuts out for no reason. So it's been a royal pain in the butt for me. As I'm running this thing, it keeps cutting in and out. So I think at this point I'm just gonna put it up on Kijiji, and somebody that has one of these saws that's working well, and he might want some spare parts and whatnot. The batteries are worth quite a bit of money still. So the new saw I bought is this Milwaukee M18 saw, and I'm gonna do a little unboxing here. I haven't opened this thing yet, so and then we'll give it a try, and I'll even try it on some lumber and see if I can make some lumber with this battery saw using the 2 nails and a string technique that I did on this video. So let's see what's inside the box here. Pretty good. So in here we got some literature for sales, I guess. Yeah, sale literature. So that's one thing. Looks like a user manual, operator's manual. Alright, so instead of buying the tool only option, I bought the version with the battery, because the most expensive part in these tools is often the battery. So when you get a chance to buy a tool with a battery, you should pay the little bit extra that they're charging you for it, and get the battery. And this one came with a heavy duty battery. It's a 12 amp hour battery. So, and I've been slowly building up my my stash of Milwaukee batteries. I now have 4 batteries. So I have this brand new 12 amp hour battery, which will be handy for doing a lot of cutting. And I have also, I bought last year during Black Friday, a 9 amp hour battery. So that's been working really good with the Sawzall. This obviously will be, the pride and joy of my battery collection. So I'm gonna put this on the charger. Came with a nice charger. That'll give me 2 chargers, so that'd be good. So now I'll be able to charge a couple batteries at once. So, well, let's look at this chainsaw. So weight-wise, it's comparable to my Echo, I guess. The main weight on these things is always the battery. Let's see. The chain seems all right. It's got a thin kerf chain. I'll probably end up upgrading this to the Power Sharp system, although I will try both. I like the Power Sharp system. Let's see what this tension is like. So it has a tool in here. So it just pops out. That's cool. Pops out of there. You push it in. Got a little spring there. Alright. So let's just loosen this up and see what we got here. Aha! So the echo, the tensioner is inside this area here, which isn't very good in my opinion, because you can't get a good tensioning on a part that's loose. Whereas the Milwaukee, the tensioner is built into the saw itself. So that seems like a benefit there. Let's take this off. Hopefully this is better quality than very smooth, so that's good. Time will tell, I guess, how well this thing actually works. So let's put this back together and see if we can do some test cuts here. So that kind of goes in there fairly nice and smooth. What I like better about this is, like I said, the echo, because the tightener is on this piece, you got to put them both together and try to get them lined up. And having a tightener here is cool because I can kind of snug it up and then it holds everything in place. So I'm not trying to hold this, put the thing on and tighten it, and so that's definitely a benefit for sure. And then this just pops on, so I like this better. I just don't know about the quality of the tightener. It seems to be the same size bolt, so maybe it'll cause the same issue over time. But Milwaukee, having a pretty good presence in the industry, should be easy to get spare parts for this in the future. So let's see, how does this tighten up? Let's give this a tighten, see what happens. So it's in the right direction. All right, so one of the things I always do with my saws is I use fry oil in my chainsaw. All right, so use fry oil. Let's fill this up. That looks like fish and chips. Ooh, it takes quite a bit of oil. I'm really surprised. That's nice. I'd say quite a bit more, maybe double what my Echo takes. So that's a nice benefit. I really enjoy that. I know you might not want to do this if you're out in the woods somewhere where there are bears around, and you might attract some. And it's free. Right, you're gonna throw it out after you've used your fryer so many times. So I use that in these saws, and the big benefit of doing that is that I can then take all my sawdust, shavings and whatnot from the chainsaw, which tend to be close to the house here, and I can put it right in my compost, and that's my carbon additive into my kitchen scraps. So that's how I balance. I try to get my ratio of carbon to nitrogen to be around 30:1, so 30 parts carbon for 1 part nitrogen. And so and if I was using chainsaw oil, proper, petroleum base, of course, then I couldn't mix it in, because then I'd be contaminating my compost and polluting my garden. So for the initial cuts, I'm just going to use the 9-hour battery that I have. So the way they fit in is, I guess you can fit any battery in there. You just have depending on the depth or the size of your battery, you have more or less depth here. So, all right, let's go try this puppy outside. Let's do it. Let's go cut some wood. lot more quiet than the Echo. Echo was definitely a lot noisier. The Echo at full speed, full RPM is faster than this one. So this is more of a high torque, low RPM saw. The Echo is a little bit more like our traditional gas saw. It has a higher RPM, but mine, for some reason, the high current circuit keeps kicking out. So I don't find it's been working well, good for me. So I'm gonna see if I can finish this off. Alright, so I could finish that off with this saw, but I just want to see how it compares with this blade, or this chain, which is just a regular ordinary chain that most of you guys probably use, and the Power Sharp chain, which I find bites better in this kind of wood. So let's swap chains and finish this off and see which works better. Alright, the brand new Milwaukee already gets this upgrade. So I took the 16-inch bar that this thing came with off, and I put an 18-inch Oregon bar with the Power Sharp chain. And let's just see as a comparison, this brand new chain, I only used it once yesterday, a couple times I guess yesterday. I didn't hit any rocks or anything. So both were brand new chains, and let's see how this compares to the stock Milwaukee chain and bar. So here we go. So I only had a little bit of this left to do here. I think I got it done right up to right around here. So let's finish this off. Battery was not fully charged when I put it on. It had 3 bars, so I gotta go get the other battery that's on the charger. Now I don't recommend you guys do this, but I figured I'd just give this a try. This is my 1.5 amp hour battery. Just want to see how long it will last in the saw here. Did not like that. Now that didn't last very long. Just goes to show how much power these things burn, right? So this thing had 3 batteries, 3 lights left, and it just kind of faulted. Couldn't take the current, so I've only got 2 bars charged on this because I had just put it in the charger, but it should be enough to finish that cut. what's my thoughts here? First things first, this thing's got a lot of torque. I'm able to push it really hard into the wood. It doesn't stall like my Echo does. The Echo would just stall and cut out, and then you have to wait like 5 seconds and then rev it up and then try again, and that would just drive me crazy. It had a built-in overcurrent limiter to protect the battery and the motor. As far as torque, this thing's definitely better. I think it's probably got more power. Does it cut faster? It depends, I guess, because it's spinning slower. Depends on your chain, how sharp you are, but you could definitely push this into the wood, and from that aspect get a little bit more cutting action. This does have better these teeth here are made of metal, whereas the Echo, these were just plastic. So from that aspect it's better. I think for this kind of chain that I like to use, the Power Sharp chain, this is a better saw. I noticed right away when I put the Power Sharp chain on there in that application, this chain is definitely it bites into the wood and it takes a much deeper cut. As I was doing those strokes back and forth here with the chain, this thing was biting a good inch, and I could just feel as I was pulling back, I was pulling back like an inch and no issue. I wouldn't use this for making lumber as I showed you, but I just wanted to demonstrate that you could with this saw. I use the electric chainsaw for that. That motor is much tougher than this thing would be, and you know, these batteries are very expensive, so I wouldn't kill the life of the batteries by doing this kind of operation. But that electric saw, and if you look at that video I made a little while back, you'll see that thing is virtually indestructible. So far, for 150 bucks, like that electric Oregon is definitely the best saw. But I can't take that saw in the woods. I need something like this that I can take with me, cut down a tree and bring the tree to the house, and then I can do this with the electric. So the electric has its drawback. The battery is much more convenient, lets you go in the woods and cut down trees. So that's why I got this one, and it matches my batteries, like I said before. So what do I think of this thing so far? I like it. I like it a lot. It's got some benefits. It seems to oil the chain a lot more than my old one did. The bar oil here is down about half. Lots of power. It seems to have lots of power. I haven't bogged it down. None of my batteries were fully charged, so I can't really judge the battery life, but I would say it's probably, well, I almost did that entire cut. That was not that's not a small cut with one 9 amp hour battery, and I think if it would have been fully charged, I probably could have done the whole thing with that 9 amp hour battery. So that's a pretty good amount of cutting. So I'm not disappointed by the battery life for sure. So I like it. I like it. I like it. I think it's awesome. Awesome, I tell you. Yeah. So there'll be more videos of this baby in the woods. I got a giant tree I need to get out with this, and this is what I'm going to use to do it. It's a big hemlock that fell over the winter, and it's in my way for one of the trails I plan to do to get to the bottom of the property here. In a previous fall tour video, I mentioned that I wanted to put a garden in down there, so I got to be able to get down there with the tractor and the chipper to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Milwaukee chainsaw, and if you like this video, give me a like. And if you want to see more of this stuff, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.